In this lesson, we want to show the alternatives that we can use if something comes up that prevents us from saving or posting an accounting document. As you know by now, the only way in which we can actually post an FI document is if we have all the data of the mandatory fields entered correctly. And also if we have like a balance between debit and credit, and the total of credits balances out with the total of debits, and the balance is 0 for the document. So for this we will use the hold function in this lesson, and later in some other lessons we'll compare the hold to the parked function. For the time being now, we will start the process switching to the account receivable tab. And we will start the create outgoing invoices tile. We will enter the company code that we want for this posting, our company code, and we will start right away entering some of the data for this invoice. So we want customer, the invoice date. We will use the match code to select the same date as the posting date. And let's just enter an amount, example amount of 1,100 euros. We already have the currency. We will just check also that the tax code is 10, which is for 10%. And actually we will calculate tax. We will select that checkbox. Now again, at this point in time, we will assume that, for example, we have an emergency, or maybe we're not feeling okay, and we just need to stop right away. But we don't want to lose our data. So the problem is now that we haven't finished entering all the data, for example, the GL account for the revenue or just the amount. And we cannot post because the document is not complete. But we cannot then continue because of our emergency. And of course, we only have two options. We can either cancel and lose everything out, or we can use the hold function. So we don't want to lose the data. And to show how can we do this, we just will go all the way to the top to the More menu. We will go Document, and here we have Hold. So let's just click on this option, and the system will ask for this temporary ID, this temporary document number. Let's just enter SETI as the ID, and we will click Enter. Just press Enter in the keyboard. Of course, now the system is showing a successful message, but it's kind of different of what we're used to. It's now just only saying document with your ID was held. Now, this is exactly what we wanted just for this first lesson. So let's just quit this app. And of course, whatever we typed is not an accounting document. That data won't show up in the financial statements, and it's exactly what we need and what we want. Later in some other lessons, we'll see what how can we work with that document. We can complete maybe the document and post it. But for the time being, that will be it for this first lesson, and we want to thank you all for all the attention.